Hello. This attempted dance of something like 14 to 16 videos a week is, well, a constant sprint. In fact, I just pulled cards out of my computer or out of my camera. I am downloading them out of my computer to edit. I am printing papers in the other room to prepare a video that I want to get done this afternoon. And I'm recording this one while all of that goes on because I have a moment where I can spend some time talking to you, and then I can cycle this and get this up onto my personal channel as well. And Tuesdays, I want to be a conversation about marketing, about business building, about entrepreneurship, about motivation, just a conversation around a lot of the things that I enjoy, the stuff that I've been doing for the past 8-9 years in wedding photography, commercial work, in various videography roles. When I was 15 and self-published a book, when all these different explorations that I've had, all the way back down to when I was, starting a lawn mowing business at 12, or I believe in second grade, hand drawing different bookmarks for kids in class because they'd pay me quarters for them. I have a long story and a storied history of entrepreneurship, of marketing, of business building, of developing relationships, and I figured in this video I'd talk about the one thing that supersedes it all. It supersedes the marketing, supersedes the business, the money, the profitability, the freedom of time. It is the motivation and desire behind everything, and by far the thing that has spoiled me the most in terms of the work that I've done over the past 8 years. I would be, at this point, a pretty horrible employee. That's my theory. Maybe I wouldn't be. Maybe if you gave me the right motivation or the right environment to work in, I'd be decent. But the reality of it is, I, over the last 8 years, have been able to work for myself. I've been able to control my schedule. I've been able to earn a profit. I've been able to focus and do exactly what I want and have money and time and resources show up along the way. And here's the key. The thing that has spoiled me has not been the luxury of time. It's not been the projects I'm working on. It is the act of doing what I love. And over the last 8 or 9 years, what I love has changed quite a bit. Now, I still love being a wedding photographer. I still love doing commercial work. I still love being a videographer. But I've learned lessons or grown tired of and transformed the way that I've approached certain projects over time so that I could either move on from them and pursue something new that I really love and enjoy, or so that I could protect the love that I have for them. For instance, I still love being a wedding photographer. I'm doing maybe 5 to 10 weddings this year, very selectively, some of which I'm doing for other members in my industry, friends of mine, and I'm just giving it to them for free. Now, I would never do that if wedding photography was only ever a job for me. If the entire purpose was to show up, do work, make money, leave, I'd never be willing to go do it for any price across the board. But now, because I have another job, I have another source of income, because I've been able to stabilize myself with other things that I love, wedding photography can still be an expression, it can still be profitable, it can still be a business venture, it can still be a career, or it can be a gift. It can be something that I enjoy doing, and so I'm able to extend that to other people. And that luxury, that existence of being able to pursue and do what I love is probably the thing that I think defines entrepreneurship above almost anything else. Always have fun. Always do what you love. Always be willing to pursue the thing that gives you the fizz to start with, right? As Wrangler Star would say. That is so important. And it's important for 2 reasons. First off, because if you're building a career and not just a job, a career is something you're taking home with you. It's a lifestyle. It's something that you're applying yourself to. It goes beyond just the hourly paycheck that you're going to be receiving. And so you have to have some degree of passion and care and investment in what it is that you're bringing home with you, because it's infecting every part of your life. I am always a board game personality. I'm always a photographer. I'm always a personality or a marketer. It's just who I am. It's what I do. If you are a woodworker or a gardener or a, big firm banker, or you've started your own law department, then, or you're a pastor or whatever it is if it's your career, if you're an entrepreneur in that sense, then you're always that. Even when you're doing other things. Even when you're sharing or investing or spending time with your family or working your day-to-day job, the thing that's getting you down the pathway, the thing that's working you to the road, you're always still that. You're always an artist at heart. You're always watching different landscapers and judging how they're working. You're always looking out into the environment and observing birds that are flying down onto your porch or your bird feeders and wishing that you could spend all of your time studying and investing and being with them. And that's great. That's what you love. And you should pay attention to that. Because, first off, you're going to be bringing it home, like I said. But second off, if you don't love what you do, if you're not having fun with what you're starting to pursue, you're never going to do it. It'll end up falling apart. In order for you to sustain long enough, put time and energy and work in long enough to get to where you need to get, to the point where it can become a career, where you can justify the time that you want to put into it, where you can make a profit from the thing that you enjoy doing the most, because at the end of the day, you do have to make a profit in order to survive. I don't know what your scale is. You're going to have to look at your hourly or your yearly expenses and determine where you need to be to justify that mark, but some degree of profit is necessary in order for you to get there, because it will take longer than you would originally anticipate. You have to enjoy what you're doing. You have to love what you're doing. It has to be a pleasure for you. You have to be the type of person that would be writing even if you didn't make a cent. And when you start, you won't, right? So you have to just love it. Love what you do. Love what you pursue, and pay attention to what you love, because if you have a passion for it, here's the exciting news. If you have a passion for the thing you're going after, you'll do it more, you'll work harder, you'll study longer, you'll put in more time, you'll be more dedicated, and you'll outpace the people that are trying to do it just for the sake of pursuing a job or a career. Because that's the question. You have to outpace everyone else. You have to be different or better. You have to be unique in some form, or you have to prove to people that you're the one worth paying attention to. And you're only going to be able to do that if there's an innate desire that exists that goes beyond whatever the realm of general profession you're after. Like, just take writing or art for an example. If you're an artist, or you're a writer, and you're just working on the one thing that you think is going to be your masterpiece, and you just invest a few hours every week in that, you're going to be outpaced by someone who's doing a painting every single day or writing a new short story every single week, because they're doing it because they love it. And every step of the way, they're learning something new, and they're sharing and getting feedback and getting rejected. And by the time your perfect thing is finished, the other things that have been created and just continued to be produced constantly out of sheer passion and desire, they're going to be better than what you're working on. That's the issue. You can't just do it thinking that this book is going to make me a lot of money, this painting is going to sell for $1 million. You have to pursue what you care about, because other people will see that, and they'll get passionate for the same thing that you're passionate for. You have to have an outlet. It's like this channel, for instance. This channel is going to be a conglomeration, whatever that, I can never say that word. This channel is going to be a collection of all the things that I find interesting. Nature and reading and books and self-development and motivation, and it's an opportunity for me to invest in you. But I want to invest in you because I love doing this part. I have a passion for this. I do this without making money for it. I currently am not. It's the same thing when I started Quackalope over the board game channel that I run. Over there, I started that because I had a passion for board games, for the community that I found there. I wanted to connect and delve into that world. So, today, the advice I have for you, the question, the challenge I'm putting in front of you, for those of you that are already working on a project or have yet to begin, you're trying to figure out what it is you want to work on, here's what I want. I need you to write down 2 very important questions, and I need you to answer them. I need you to determine the truth behind this. The first question: what do I love? What am I willing to do without a profit? If I had all the money that I needed right now, if I had no obligations, what would I continue doing? Or what would I choose to do? And then second off, am I doing what I love now? Those are the two questions I need you to answer because it shapes the conversation moving forward. It determines the narrative of your journey. It determines what you decide to pursue. And any advice I give in the future down the road, trying to inspire you to pursue what you want to do, to build a career, to be a successful entrepreneur, any of that stuff that I give to you moving forward has to be set on this foundation, this core principle, this central idea. What do I love? And am I doing what I love now?